Have you ever wondered why a parent would intentionally turn their own child against the other parent? It's a painful question, but one that millions of families face. This behavior, known as parental alienation, is a subtle but deeply destructive form of emotional abuse. Today, we're going to explore what it is, why it happens, and the devastating impact it has on children. So, what exactly is parental alienation? It's when one parent, whether they realize it or not, systematically undermines their child's relationship with the other parent. This can happen through seemingly small actions, making negative comments, subtly discouraging phone calls or visits, or planting seeds of fear and blame. To an outsider, these actions might seem insignificant or even justified, but over time, they create a powerful and toxic narrative. The child starts to believe that one parent is good and the other is bad, dangerous, or unworthy of love. It's a quiet manipulation that can go unnoticed for years. But studies suggest that as many as 1 in 4 children of separated parents experience some form of it. The damage this causes to a child is profound. Imagine being a child caught in the middle, torn between the two people you're supposed to love and trust the most. This creates a storm of conflicting emotions. Children often feel chronic guilt, believing it's their fault or that they're betraying one parent by loving the other. They experience deep sadness and a sense of loss for the parent they were being pushed away from. This isn't just a childhood problem. The effects last a lifetime. Research shows that adults who were alienated as children have a 40% higher rate of trust issues in their own romantic relationships. In severe cases, the constant stress and emotional turmoil can lead to symptoms similar to post-traumatic stress disorder, affecting their ability to regulate emotions and form healthy social bonds well into adulthood. Now, what kind of person does this? It is important to say that not every parent who engages in these behaviors has a personality disorder. High conflict separations can bring out the worst in people. However, certain personality traits significantly increase the risk. Let's look at a few. First, narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. Individuals with NPD are driven by a need for control, admiration, and a belief that they are superior. In a co-parenting situation, they struggle with the idea of being equals. They see the child not as an individual, but as an extension of themselves, a tool to win admiration and prove their worth. For them, the other parent is a competitor. It's estimated that in about a quarter of high-conflict custody battles, at least one parent shows strong narcissistic traits. Alienating the child becomes a way to win the separation and maintain ultimate control. Next, there's borderline personality disorder, or BPD. This disorder is characterized by intense, unstable emotions and a deep-seated fear of abandonment. For a parent with BPD, the end of a relationship can feel like a life-threatening event. They might see the child's love for the other parent as a direct threat. In their mind, if the child loves the other parent, it means the child will abandon them too. So, they use alienation as a desperate, albeit destructive, attempt to secure the child's loyalty and prevent their own worst fear from coming true. Around 10% of individuals with BPD have been observed to exhibit alienating behaviors toward their children. Finally, we have antisocial personality disorder, or APD. The hallmark of APD is a profound lack of empathy. People with this disorder often view relationships and emotions as tools for manipulation. They don't feel the emotional weight of their actions in the same way others do. A child's bond with the other parent isn't seen as something precious to protect, but as leverage. They can weaponize the child's feelings to punish their ex-partner or gain an advantage, all without a second thought for the emotional damage they are causing. Beyond personality disorders, there are several core motivations that drive a parent to alienate their child. The most common is a desire for control and power. By severing the child's bond with the other parent, the alienating parent creates a state of dependency. The child comes to rely on them for everything: love, validation, and their entire sense of reality. This can make the alienating parent feel powerful and secure, even as it isolates and harms their child. Revenge is another powerful motivator. A separation or divorce can leave deep wounds, feelings of betrayal, anger, and hurt. For some, turning the child against the other parent feels like the ultimate form of retaliation. It's a way to inflict the same level of emotional pain they believe they have suffered. In fact, Around 40% of alienating parents have admitted that a desire for revenge was a key factor in their actions. They are so consumed by their own pain that they lose sight of their child's needs. And then, there's the financial angle. It's sad to think about, but sometimes money is a major driver. A parent might try to push the other parent out of the child's life to maximize child support payments or other financial benefits. They might use the child's allegiance as a bargaining chip in financial negotiations. In these cases, parenting stops being about nurturing a child and becomes purely transactional. The child's emotional well-being is sacrificed for monetary gain. Other factors can also come into play. A simple but powerful fear of loss can be a catalyst. A parent might genuinely fear that the child will love the other parent more, especially if that parent has a new partner or seems more fun. In a misguided attempt to protect their own bond with the child, they try to weaken the child's connection to the other parent. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy rooted in insecurity. There's also the demand for loyalty. Some parents see love as a zero-sum game. They believe the child must choose a side to prove their love and loyalty. They put immense pressure on the child to reject the other parent, framing it as the ultimate test of their bond. This forces the child into an impossible position and can seriously damage their sense of self as they grow up, making them feel like a part of them is inherently bad or unlovable. So, why does all of this matter on a larger scale? First and foremost, it is about protecting a child's fundamental right to have a healthy relationship with both of their parents, whenever it's safe to do so. Alienation robs them of this right and inflicts long-lasting emotional harm. Secondly, by talking about this issue openly, we can help reduce the stigma and encourage healthier co-parenting practices. Separations are hard enough without adding this layer of conflict. Finally, building robust support systems is crucial. This means educating parents, counselors, and legal professionals about the signs of alienation. It means providing access to therapy and mediation to resolve conflicts before they escalate. And it means having clear, enforceable consequences for parents who persistently and harmfully alienate their children. To move forward, we must first recognize the reality of parental alienation. It is not just bad-mouthing an ex. It's a pattern of emotionally damaging behavior that can scar a child for life. Understanding the personality traits, motivations, and tactics involved is the first step for anyone, parents, family members, or professionals, to intervene effectively. The good news is that healing is possible. Reconnecting a child with an alienated parent takes time, patience, and often professional help, but breaking the cycle is essential. By always putting the child's long-term emotional health first, families can begin to rebuild trust, repair relationships, and undo the harm that alienation causes. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on understanding complex family dynamics. If you or someone you know is dealing with these issues, please seek professional help from a family therapist or legal expert specializing in high-conflict custody. You are not alone.